Hi guys, Matt V's Movies back for another video, and today I thought we'd take a closer look at the film The Crow. Now I've got two editions of this. I've got a Steelbook from Germany, which has got a little extra on it now that I've recently picked up. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. And also this version, which was from Zavvi. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about the film, a little bit of trivia, and my thoughts on the film. Just before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you will be informed when I upload a new video. Welcome back to existing subscribers. Hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. Please give the video a thumbs up. That really does help out the channel and it's really appreciated. Please find me on Instagram. I'm over there, post pictures and the odd little video now and again. Share the video as well if you like. That's always appreciated. And great if you can leave a comment as well. All comments appreciated. It's great to have interaction on the video. Your thoughts on what I'm showing. Have you seen this film? Have you got this on physical media? All this kind of thing is great. So yeah, all comments appreciated, and I try to reply to all comments as and when I can. Okay, so let's get on with the video today and have a look at The Crow. Okay, so The Crow came out in 1994 and it was a certificate 18 in the UK, and it's an action / fantasy genre running for 1 hour and 42 minutes. Just to give a brief description of the film, Eric Draven, a young poet and a guitarist, is resurrected back to life by a crow. The crow guides Eric to his killers and he decides to give his killers a taste of their own medicine. The release date was the 10th of June 1994 in the UK, and it was directed by Alex Proyas. It featured the song Burn, and it was adapted from the Crow comic books. Distributed by Miramax Dimension Films. Cast included Brandon Lee as Eric Draven. Now Brandon Lee being the son of the very famous martial arts actor Bruce Lee. Both sadly passed away now. Rochelle Davis as Sarah, Michael Wincott as Top Dollar, Sophia Shines as Shelley Webster, Michael Mays as Fun Boy, Eric Hudson as Sergeant Albro, Bei Ling as Mika, Lawrence Mason Tintin, David Patrick Kelly T Bird, Anna Thompson Darla, Tony Todd, famous for the Candyman, as Grange, and Angel Davids as Skank. I'll give you some trivia on the film. Cameron Diaz was offered the role of Shelley but turned it down because she didn't like the script. The makeup of Heath Ledger for Joker in The Dark Knight was inspired from Brandon Lee's Crow makeup from this film. On the set of the film The Crow, Brandon Lee was accidentally killed when a prop pistol shot him in the abdomen. 2 decades earlier, Bruce Lee's character, not Bruce Lee himself, was shot by a prop gun by the Stick the Assassin, played by Mel Novak, during a take in The Game of Death 1978. There were plans for a remake starring Jason Momoa, but in May 2018, Momoa left the project and so did Luke Evans. Evans didn't want to ruin Brandon's iconic role and he felt unworthy. The Crow was ranked 37th in IGN's Top 100 Comic Book Heroes. In 2005, creator James O'Barr claimed that The Crow was the best-selling independent black and white graphic novel of all time. Translated in almost a dozen languages and has sold over 250,000 copies worldwide, the second American comic book to get its author the Storyteller Award by Angoulême International Comics Festival, held annually in Angoulême, France. So I've got two editions of this film. One that is still sealed, and I'm going to keep it sealed because it's yeah, quite a rare one, this, and I think it was a Zavvi exclusive. We're talking about this one here, and then I've got this German edition which we'll look at second. So I think this, as I say, I think this was either a Zavvi edition or a blue Play.com. I can't quite remember. I think it's Zavvi. Don't think this has ever been reissued. And yeah, I've actually kept mine sealed, to be honest, because I do have the German edition, and always really liked this film. So yeah, I wanted to sort of have a nice minty fresh copy in my collection. So we've got the really nice image here of Brandon Lee's character, the Crow, on the front, with the nice title. It's shame there's no embossing or debossing on there, but it's still a nice image. And then the side, you've got just a black banner with the Crow in red. And then on the back, we've got the tech specs. So this is a DTS 5.1 surround sound. You've got some special features there, deleted footage, extended scenes, behind the scenes, Brandon Lee's last on-screen interview. And yeah, so you want to pause it, you can read all the information on the back there. But yeah, I'm not keen on really opening this one, so but yeah, I just wanted to show, you know, I've got this edition in my collection. It would be wonderful if they did a premium edition of this film, but I've never seen anything come to light as yet. Maybe a 4K in the future. We can only hope. Okay, so on to the German edition. Now again, very different artwork here. So we've got the sort of the crow image, and you can see the eyes. Very clever image that. The tagline, "Believe in Angels." You got a little bit of German sort of decal, obviously crow, you know, the crow. So that's nice. We've got the spine. Now it's the other way around on this one. There we go. Now the downside to this steelbook is the back. However, my edition, I've improved it. So what I've got here is a really nice one of these sort of magnets off a seller off eBay, and yeah, it's a really nice image from the film. So I've put that on the back, and if we take it off, as you can see, it's one of these ones, early steelbooks, where they printed the text on. You've got some nice images at the top, but all the text specs, etc., are all printed on there. So yeah, I was keen to probably pick up a magnet at some point, and came across that one, which is really nice. As I say, I popped it on there, and I think it really kind of makes for a nice sort of few fingerprints on there though, but it makes for a really nice image on the front and on the back. Then we open it up, and we've got some postcards and bits inside, and then we've got the Blu-ray disc there. Take that out, and we've got some nice internal artwork there with the character up against the grave of his girlfriend, who sadly dies in the film. Well, spoilers there, but it is quite an old film now, so yeah, this film is a very sort of dark gothic film. So it is based on a comic book character, but yeah, so this is a recent edition that I've got, and by the time you're seeing this video, I'll have sent this duplicate magnet to AJ over at AJ's Movie Place. Go and check his channel out, great channel. Really nice guy, good friend of mine. And yeah, there was a mix-up with the order on this one, and it got sent out twice. Yeah, he's got a copy of this as well. I'm not sure whether he's got the film or not, but you know, it's there if he wants to pick it up at some point. So on to the art cards. So we've got some nice black and white image there on the back. On there, victims are we all, that was a tagline from the film. Taken before his time, but not burned as so brightly. And yeah, it's, you know, a real tragedy, this film, that the son of Bruce Lee kind of carving out his own career for himself. This was like his big kind of hit film, and sadly passed away during the film of it with an accident, you know. I mean, there are theories that there's sort of a conspiracy, you know, that the Chinese mafia was out to get Bruce Lee and his son, and there's a curse and all this kind of stuff. But I think it was just, you know, just really unfortunate. Two tragedies happened to both father and son. And you get a nice booklet with this as well. It is all in German, but I'll just take you through it. So, yeah, got some nice little images in here. That's from the comic book. And this was the tragic scene. Sort of who stood in front of the window and he got shot. And obviously, yeah, died from his injuries. But I think they kind of done a lot of the filming already, so they kind of used doubles and CGI to kind of fill in, you know, sort of stuff that obviously wasn't shot. So yeah, just a little advertisement, and it did have one of those sticker things, but I just stuck it on the back there. But so yeah, really nice edition, little booklet to go with this edition. What did I think of this film? Yeah, I really enjoyed this film. You know, it's kind of always been a fan of Bruce Lee and followed his sort of short career, and you know, I've got all his films, and I watched a few of Brandon Lee's films. He'd only done a handful himself, but this was kind of his breakout role. And yeah, it's a really, I mean, it's a very dark gothic movie, but it's, yeah, it's got quite a sort of cult following, and you know, it's a great action film, really. You know, very well acted by all that's in it, and you'll recognise a few people sort of in the film. You'll have seen them in other films, and I think it was back in the 90s they did this, but I know they did spawn some sequels to it, obviously played by another actor playing the role, but they were never as good. And yeah, in some ways I hope they don't remake. Obviously I said in the trivia that Jason Momoa was down to do a recent remake, but I think it's kind of a bit of a timeless classic, this one. I don't really think it needs to be remade. Sure, it probably will do it one day, but you know, for me this is the definitive version of The Crow. And the Blu-rays, you know, quite good. I don't know, so I can't talk about the UK Blu-ray, but the German one, it's not you know, crystal clear, but it's a good good transfer, better than you'd find on the DVD. But I'm sure I'm sure it would do with a 4K restoration would be great on this. You know, I think there's a lot of dark scenes in this film, so it would be great for HDR. So, and again, the soundtrack, you know, it's a standard 5.1 DTS master audio track. Nothing amazing, but you know, it's got good bass, there's explosions, and you know, good left and right separation, good dialogue from the front. some rear effects, you know, standard affair really. Again, you know, if it went to 4K, I'm sure maybe they could get an Atmos or DTSX soundtrack out of this one. So yeah, I'm really hoping for kind of like a little bit of a premium treatment on this one. Would be really nice, you know. It's some, you know, sort of, yeah, it'd be really good if they could do, you know, an anniversary edition at some point. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the film The Crow. So guys, hope you enjoyed that look at the film The Crow, the 2 editions that I've got. So I really enjoyed this film. You know, it's quite a dark gothic film, but full of action, and it's just sort of poignant that, you know, it was sort of tragedy occurred, and it's, you know, such a great shame. Such a talented actor, so dying at such a young age, just like his father. You know, really quite a sad tale, but a wonderful film, and really nice to have 2 nice editions in my collection. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that video. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye now.